our relationship with law enforcement is absolutely critical because they're also part of how the system within societies work. And so that relationship is important not just for us, it's important for law enforcement people as well. And so we're joined this morning because there's an initiative by the Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation along with the the Barbados Police Service to introduce you to an initiative that is exciting for our young people. So joining me this morning, these are all retired officers of the New York Police Department, is retired Detective David Watson, who is also the founder of the Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation. With him is Detective Todd Taylor, who's the founder of what they call the Cops and Kids DJ program. And with him also is DJ Ace, Lieutenant Aku Rhodes as well. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good. I'll start with you, retired Detective David Watson. Talk to me a little bit about the Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation and what it's designed to do.
Well, the foundation was created back in 2016 when I retired the year before. And it's basically a law enforcement foundation coordinates the law enforcement agency that they work with to help them improve their abilities, either by training, by supplies.
David, your mic is
All right. So, David, because we have a challenge with hearing you clearly, I'll let you to fix that in just a moment, so we'll get back to you in a bit about that. But Todd, you founded this DJ competition. Why was that important for you to do, and what is it also designed to do with young people?
Okay, well, me and Dave Watson used to be patrol cops in Brooklyn, and we were both assigned to working with youth, and during that time in the 1990s, a lot of kids were getting in trouble with gang recruitment and things of that nature. So we had an initiative, instead of just locking kids up and constantly having to make arrests. In addition to the arrests, we had to come up with some type of outreach thing to keep them out of trouble. And I personally was a DJ since I was 13 years old. So I figured I was telling these kids, instead of robbing somebody and getting $100, why not become a DJ and and make some money? So I started teaching kids how to DJ. And now that I'm retired, I retired in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
In 2014 is when we started the first Cops and Kids DJ battle to bring the police and the community together and to help bring down the violence amongst youth.
And describe for me the success that you've had with the program so far.
Oh my goodness, we have a bunch of kids. Some of them are grown-ups now, and they're coming to Barbados when we have the thing on July 16th. We have a lot of kids that got out of gangs. We have a lot of kids that, joined the police department. We have some that went into all different types of field, doctors, teachers, but the main focus was to keep them out of trouble and to bring crime down. And when me and Dave worked, we had not only the DJ program, but we had a track team, we had basketball teams. We just brought in all types of programs with off-duty police officers just to keep them out of trouble. So it has a huge success rate.
So it works in New York City, and so you want to not just try it, but to do this in the Caribbean region as well. And so far you've seen the adjustment in rates of bad behavior, for want of a better expression at the moment, and this is why you think this is important to apply to the Caribbean reality, I suppose.
Absolutely. I don't know the gang situation or anything like that in the Caribbean, even though I did visit Barbados, a year ago. But yes, I think one of the main things that these kids need to do, especially the teenagers, is make money. When they join gangs because they're looking for that family atmosphere and they're looking to make some money. With DJing, DJs make $500 just to wake up out of bed before they even get to the party. So if we can get them making money, crime will absolutely positively go down.
Lieutenant Aku, here you are. You are also a DJ. You are also, I believe, one of the winners of the Cops and Kids DJ competition?
Well, I wasn't actually a winner.
Uh-huh.
For the showcase, the police officers could just showcase their skills. As far as winning, we left that for the kids.
Well, you look like a kid
Well,
yourself, so nonetheless, you're there. So you see the police officers display their abilities as well, while the children will compete in the DJ showdown. And so what's the value you see from the police officers themselves being engaged in this activity?
Well, since day one, I could tell you this event has gained a lot of traction, and it definitely helped bridge the gap between the police department and the community. It showed the kids that even though we are police officers, we are human beings also. And it was just a great event from the start. And every year since then, it's just gained a ton of traction. And a couple of my videos went viral, which really helped the program out. And it's just a great success. And I credit it to Todd.
I'm sure it will be. So, David, we're back with you. I believe we have that matter sorted out. Let's look at the Caribbean reality and why and how this can be a part of the change of our lived Caribbean reality today.
Well, as Todd said, these kind of programs help build that gap, especially for youth and police, but also gives the young people a option of an alternate skill set. Before, DJing was not really looked at as a profession, but what Todd and the group does, they help build the kids up to the DJ skills, and then they also teach the business end of DJing. So they're learning two skill sets there. The foundation, we've been around since 2016, and we used to supply training and equipment to the Barbados Police Service. One thing we're looking to do is improve that by adding more programs, especially for the youth and for the police. We also, right now, we have about 2 police officers in Barbados who are interested in starting the Cops and Kids program in Barbados. So that's a positive gain already from the program. So the foundation is going to put all the resources behind it to build the program, not only that program, but other youth programs in Barbados. That's one of the big pushes we're doing. We've been having conversations with starting a police cadet program with the Barbados Police Service. Myself, I ran the program for NYPD. When they retired, we had 3,000 youth in it. And I ran that program for 10 years. So I'm looking to transition a similar program, a cadet program, to Barbados. And part of the funds from this competition will help to field that program in the initial stages.
Yes. I'm sorry if you missed the beginning. Is Barbados the first island which this Cops and Kids DJ showcase is on?
Yes, this is the first Caribbean island that we're doing it on. We're looking to expand it to other islands, but we are going to make this a yearly event if we can in Barbados as we move forward. And that it only gets bigger after that. Todd started back in New York City, and he's expanded to Philadelphia and other states also. So we're looking to extend it to the Barbados and the rest of the Caribbean. And a lot of it is just helping to build that bridge with youth and the police.
If you look at your screen, folks, you're saying DJ Todd. That's DJ Todd for just a moment. There's a biblical saying that the devil, we converted it into the devil finds work for idle hands. And so you're saying to me, Todd, that in the space where people are in search of recognition, their street cred, we call it, or they're in search of money and trying to find something to do to stay busy, rather than turning to crime or any elements of crime, we want you to apply that same interest, that same energy to a skill set that empowers you for life. And so you are one of those beneficiaries. You've seen the change. You have also been a part of that development of the process as well. Tell me give me a few more details about when this showcase is and who and how people can be a part of it.
Okay. Well, Dave will be able to get into that more, but a lot of that week, we were only going to make it one day. We were going to come in on July 16th to have the actual competition. Mm-hmm. But now that we figured we're coming to Barbados for a week, and after we started meeting the kids from Barbados, what was really funny was that the kids from Barbados was afraid to compete against the kids in New York and vice versa, because they didn't know each other. They were afraid that, the New York kids don't know Caribbean music, and the Caribbean kids were saying, we don't know how to scratch like the Brooklyn kids. So we're going to get them that Wednesday. We're going to get them all together and have like a meet and greet. Put your cell phones down. New York City, Philadelphia, and the kids from Philly are coming as well. Philadelphia and New York kids, I want y'all to go and meet and mingle with those Barbados kids and vice versa. We're going to go have some food. We're going to have some fun. And then that Dave Watson arranged for the police department to take us around the town. So we're going to take a tour of Barbados. And then that Thursday, we're going to have Thursday, July 16th, we're going to have the actual competition. Dave will tell you the location. Well, you see it up there now.
Yeah, it's right there.
We're going to have the actual competition. And then after that, I told the kids, let's just have some fun like we used to do when we were kids, just some good, clean fun and eat some good food from Barbados. And let's go to the beach and do all the things we can do as a tourist.
And so, Aku, talk to me a little bit about what advice would you give to young people who are watching today who are thinking, maybe I should or maybe I will not. What advice would you want to give to them today about entering this showcase and the value they'll get from it?
Well, the first advice I would give is stay with your passion. Whatever your passion is, stay with it no matter what. If it's in your heart, stick with it. I started DJing when I was about 10 years old, and I just did it for the fun of it. I had no desire really to make a living out of it. I just wanted to do it for the fun. And fast forward to now, I'm actually making a living out of it. So as far as the competition, don't worry about being nervous. You know, everybody's been in your same position. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and try it. Give it a shot. You have nothing to lose.
Just go ahead and do it. Just give it a shot. And so, David, that relationship with the Barbados Police Service, how did that come about and how receptive have they really been to this?
Well, I've always been involved with the police in the Caribbean, especially Barbados. I traveled here before I retired to do training on numerous occasions. And what I decided to do started the foundation after I retired. That relationship has grown over the years, where we started supplying equipment and we supplied training, especially during COVID. We donated about close to $50,000 worth of equipment during COVID for police. So, and now we're moving towards a new stage where I'm actually working to actually pay the IT firm to create a learning management software for the Barbados Police Service so they can do online training where they don't have to come into the classroom. So I'm working with I paid the company to create that learning management software. So it has evolved over the years. And looking to just improve how they do their job, give them more resources, and also build community relations. That's a big part of policing. And we're working hand in hand with the police to do that, the Barbados Police Service. And as Aku said, I encourage the young DJs in Barbados who were kind of skeptical, come on, jump in there, go to our website, Caribbean Law Enforcement Foundation.org, and just register. And come on, let's have some fun.
Indeed, let's have some fun. So the event happens, this big throwdown in the showcase happens on the 16th of July right there at the Visitor Center of States Rum in Brighton. And it starts at 12 noon, runs at about 8 o'clock in the evening, but it's going to be quite a showdown indeed. DJ Ace, who you see, Aku, he will be making a very special appearance. And so the opportunity for you to network, to just rub shoulders, to learn one from the other, to engage in other people from other spaces, that's important too. But you'll get to hear some phenomenal music and you'll get to see the brilliant talent of the young people, not just of Barbados, but also of New York, who have come together to create a space that is wholesome and healthy and positive. And that's what this initiative seeks to be able to do, to make that positive change in our society and in the people of our society, specifically the young people. And I want to thank each of you gentlemen for being a part of this and for being a part of the change that we as Caribbean people are seeking to have in our respective societies as well. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Morning, morning, morning.